Moscow for the first time in a very long time, I felt safe, and I felt heard, and I felt respected. And that has not happened in my own country. I did talk to U.S. Congressman Matt Gaetz. I have not concealed anything. I told him I was in Moscow, Russia, and I told him why. And he said something very stunning. I am considered a whistleblower, as you know, in the United States. One of the cases I will be testifying is about how the DOJ and the FBI has weaponized by the Biden administration against its own citizens. So he said, Tara, you know, I'm worried about your physical safety in the United States. As a U.S. citizen, to hear a U.S. congressman basically say they couldn't protect me in a whistleblower case is stunning. And it makes me angry. And I want to say to my fellow American citizens that as these cases against all of us are coming forward that speak out, I want you to remember the U.S. Congress works for the U.S. citizens. They work for us. We don't work for them. And we need to take back our power. We need to take back our truth and be able to speak it without fear of reprisal or physical harm.
He said to me, Tara, if you go forward with this, we will effing destroy you.
Let's get the f*** out.
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. It keeps getting crazier. This world, we know that we are led by dangerous people who feel their power slipping from them, and so they will do anything in order to keep it. They will even threaten the lives of the people who come forward and try to expose them for their dirty deeds. One of those people is Tara Reade, who has now effectively fled our country, defected to Russia. Huh? What? Who the hell is Tara Reade? Tara Reade's the person who has accused Joe Biden of rape, effectively, of sexual assault. And Joe Biden's accuser, Tara Reade, has now fled to Russia. Wow. This is wild. So, why has she done this? Well, we've interviewed Tara Reade before, and we've chatted with her. Tara Reade certainly believed that her life was in danger because she was speaking out against Joe Biden. Former Biden accuser Tara Reade defects to Russia. Tara Reade, a former Senate staffer for Joe Biden who accused him of sexual assault, has now defected. Reade made her defection known in an interview with Sputnik during a press conference. I still feel kind of in a daze, but I feel very good. I feel surrounded by protection and safety, she said. According to The Guardian, Tara Reade was joined by Maria Butina, a convicted Russian agent jailed in the U.S., but now a member of parliament in Russia. Funny how that works. In March 2020, Tara Reade claimed that then Senator Joe Biden assaulted her. Joe Biden had the records sealed, right, where you couldn't effectively go through Joe Biden's Senate records and find out. People wanted him to open up his records because there would be a record, right, of this assault if it had indeed happened the way that she said it happened. But we had corroborating evidence, actually, from a Larry King interview, interestingly enough, from exactly the same time. Tara Reade's mom called Larry King and said, yo, my daughter had been assaulted by a very powerful senator.
What a staffer would do besides go to the press in Washington. My daughter has just left there after working for a prominent senator and could not get through with her problems at all. And the only thing she could have done was go to the press, and she chose not to do it out of respect for him.
Or she had a story to tell, but out of respect for the person she worked for, she didn't tell it.
That's true.
Well, now, but these are the people who do come to the Lois Romanos, right? The staff worker who says, I want to let you know about what's going on, either with my boss or the guy down the hall.
And a lot of these people have a sense of obligation. They feel that this public official should be accountable.
Has that public official been held accountable? Well, no. And will they ever be held accountable? Well, it looks like no. Tara Reade has in the past said on Twitter.com, I want to make something clear. If something happens to me, all roads lead to Joe Biden. Talking about bullying, intimidation tactics, and saying that she's not suicidal. Uh-oh. Dun, dun, dun. TikTok, Epstein, so on and so forth. These are dirty, dirty people. Now, she was going to testify before Congress, partially because of an interview that Tara Reade did with me, where Tara Reade said that she feared for her life and she needed to testify. She doesn't think that Joe Biden should run again for president, and that she needed to tell her story to the congressional record. Tara Reade said that to us, but now it seems like Tara Reade will not get that opportunity, as she won't be able to go into the United States Congress, maybe never enter America again after defecting. Part of me wonders if the powers that be are not totally thrilled with this result. Ladies and gentlemen, here's what Tara Reade told me on my show just a few weeks ago. Watch. So you, of course, called this administration. You said it before the 2020 election, months before. You said this is who this man is morally, and you should not put him in the most powerful position in the world. He's not a morally sound individual. What are you hoping for as it pertains to a potential investigation or testimony here with Congress? What would you look to? What do you look to accomplish here? What would you like to see?
Well, realistically, it would just be a huge step to be able to testify under oath to the truth of what happened to me that day and go into detail and describe what happened and go from there. What I would hope and what I think should happen based on my case and what I know of other things that are going on, I think in my opinion, Joe Biden shouldn't have been president in the first place, and he should be impeached. I think that there are people around him financially gaining that shouldn't be. I think he's used his office to peddle influence, and I think there's plenty of evidence of that. So this isn't just me with some vendetta. This is the whole picture is that it's damaging our country. It's damaging the world. And we need to at least have it investigated. So my hope is, of course, I want vindication. I want justice. I want him held accountable. Realistically, just being able to testify is a really positive step.
Final question, and it's it's one I think that is incredibly important as it pertains to the moral character again of the left. When you hear them say that they are champions of women, have you experienced that?
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, where was the Me Too movement? Alyssa Milano was doing word salads to get around my case. And you had asked me earlier about politicians, about reaching out. I wrote letters to Bernie Sanders, to Kamala Harris, to, several of them. And you know what their responses were? Silence. Absolute, utter silence. Yeah, they don't. If it's a Democrat, they won't deal with it. So the Me Too movement was a hypocrisy. It was simply an identity politic issue that Democrats used to run a platform on, and then dumped it when it was inconvenient.
Tara, you write about this in your book, Left Out, When the Truth Doesn't Fit In. This is available on Amazon. We also encourage everyone in this audience to go and follow Tara on her Twitter account, which is a source of great information. Where else can they find your work? You have a podcast, right?
I do. It's called, thank you for bringing that up. It's called The Politics of Survival. And I'll be on this Friday night. I have some guests from East Palestine, Ohio to talk about that because, by the way, Joe Biden has not even visited those poor people that are part of that, that terrible disaster that happened and are suffering.
That's right. God bless you. And you, again, I'm not sure that I've ever seen anyone braver. I don't think anyone stood to gain less by coming forward and fighting a bigger monster than what you did in the year 2020 by speaking truth. And we commend you for that. And we say thank you. And we hope that you become a friend of the show.
Thank you so much.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, Tara Reade.